minutes from now, I'm going to start this briefing. And we're going to talk about the event tonight. And so we'll do that first, talk about the event, and then we'll get right on with the flying. I'm going to be leading the pack tonight. We're doing pretty much an old-fashioned group flight. We haven't done really a true point-to-point group flight in the flying club in a little bit here. So we're going to do just a nice good old-fashioned.
And that was the wrong one. A little rusty. No, what happened? We'll get it. We'll get it. We will get it. Give me a second here. There we go. All right. Let's give me this. I also have to get my Rex with.
Let's get that going. And then I'm gonna do, because I'm leading the pack, I should probably get the airplane started too, actually, so that way I'm ready to taxi as soon as they want me to go, as soon as the briefing's over.
I guess I'll follow his lead.
That's gonna do it. .com.
Start the series here. I see a checklist on the screen.
Okay. That way, Chad, I'm ready to go once the briefing ends, so I don't have to wait around. We're just gonna go ahead and, for reference, we're gonna put in our destination of New Orleans lakefront, so KNEW, just so we can have a distance reference. But otherwise, it's gonna be an I follow road kind of night. VFR, but we're gonna follow roads. NEW. Are we, I was about to say, are we joking that this isn't a waypoint? I was about to lose my mind if that wasn't in there somehow. Microsoft Flights in 2020, get your shit together. What time is it? Brief time yet? 1 minute.
Just like Jeff Paulson said.
Almost there, Chad. We're almost there.
It was glitchy. But now it seems to be okay. So this is the first real big flight.
So I'm going to go ahead and kill the music, get ready for this brief. Alright, we'll go ahead and look at this. Look at the brief.
Hey guys,
Vector,
real
when
quick,
the time comes here, Chad. Here we go.
Hey guys, for the VATSIM on Microsoft 2020, is it all players or off? All players?
Off.
Or
Good.
off,
You might
thanks.
hear everyone at Discord as well.
Off, thanks.
Oh wait, not time yet, we're getting there. Oh wait, not time yet, we're getting there.
And get some weather.
7 p.m. according to my computer.
I have fun.
7 p.m. according to my computer.
Section.
It is 8 o'clock on the East Coast. All right, let's get started. Thanks for coming in today, everybody. How many we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 10, pretty good. Zach isn't even in here yet. He's on the ground, so looking at 17. That's pretty good. Pretty good for a Thursday night. It's been a while since we've done really a traditional just point-to-point group flight. Now, I did put in the notes, if you want to stop somewhere on the way, you can. However, it would be nice if we do just kind of like point-to-point. Those stops should be if you, let's say you have to go use the restroom or anything, you can make a stop if you need to, if it's like an unscheduled stop. The real goal here is for us to go point-to-point from Tuscaloosa. I'm going to say it wrong all night, but I've been there in person. Actually, really nice downtown college town. That's where the University of Alabama is, in case nobody knew. Tuscaloosa, roll tide. We're going to go from down to New Orleans lakefront. Basically, we're just going to be following, I believe it's I-59 pretty much the whole way. So if you pull up your Sky Vectors from the briefing, if you pull up the link to Sky Vector for the route that I've kind of drawn, you'll see we'll take off out of Tuscaloosa. We're departing north, so most likely it's going to be a runway 4 departure, and most likely a left downwind departure to go to the southwest off of runway 4. We'll join up with I-59 as we're going along the southwest here, and we're just going to keep following it. It says it's kind of I-20, I-59. It's the same road. It kind of breaks off and has spurs and everything, but as long as you keep following the major highway down, you're going to go eventually be over towards Keyfield, which is Meridian Keyfield. There's an airport there. As long as you're above 2,800 feet, you'll be clear of that, and also the Meridian Naval Air Service base that's over there as well, following the road. So I plan on going personally at 4,500. That'll keep me above those 2 class deltas, so that's the first thing you want to keep in mind. As we keep going down I-59 here, A couple of uncontrolled fields that you're going to pass through. We'll keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And then when it starts to get a little interesting is when you get towards Picayune, which is Mike Juliet Delta, and the Picayune VOR. You'll see that there's a bunch of restricted areas around near where like that Bay St. Louis Kilo Hotel Sierra Alpha airport is. There's a lot of restricted airspace there. So the idea is as long as you're right over the highway I-59 or to the west of it, so in this case, as long as you're to the right of it, since we're flying south, then you will be out of all of that restricted airspace, so you won't have to worry about it. So that's just something to keep in mind there. And then down into New Orleans lakefront, we do have the Class Bravo airspace to worry about, but it really, as long as you are below 4,000 feet along that outer Bravo ring, then you're going to be good. So I plan to start my descent pretty much when I get towards the water there, whatever bay, this Lake Pontchartrain. When we get towards Lake Pontchartrain along the highway there, before we get to that bridge, I'll probably have descended down to probably like 2,500 feet at that point personally. That's going to be right at the start of the Delta for Lakefront. It's going to keep us all out of the Bravo. And so you don't have to worry about that 2,000 foot Class Bravo circle because we're going to be going into that 2,500 foot Class Delta of Lakefront. So really just need to worry about being below 4,000 before you get to the outer Bravo ring when you're over Lake Pontchartrain going towards New Orleans Lakefront. And that's going to really be the big things. That's really it in terms of airspace. It's not super complicated. As like I said, as long as you're avoiding those restricted areas, when you're getting close to the lake there, or the Mississippi Sound, as long as you are directly over the highway or to the west of the highway, then you are going to be A-okay in terms of avoiding that restricted airspace. So that's kind of it in terms of the routing, straightforward stuff. The plan here is to go in a line, like I said. So what we want to do is we want to try to have the aircraft that we know are a little bit faster being the ones that lead the pack. And hopefully everyone's in a plane that goes no faster than 170 knots cruise, because that's what I'm going to be cruising at in the Mooney, and I'm going to be the lead aircraft. And so everyone is going to wait this evening. It's going to be like old times. Everyone's going to wait for me to get started. So you're going to wait for November 124 Mike Charlie is going to be the one that's first in line. So I'm going to call for taxi. Because we're all over the airport, let me get taxied out pretty good towards the runway, get close towards the end of the runway before everyone else starts making the call. It looks like we've got some Cirruses, some Bonanzas, a Barons. And then we've got some Cessna 152s. So the guys that are in the 152s, I would definitely hang back and wait until everyone else goes and be kind of like the last in line since you're in the slower aircraft. I've also talked to the gentleman who is on Tuscaloosa Tower. He's actually one of our own, Nathan Cox. He's a Virtual USA Flying Club member. I've told him that we want 2 minutes of separation between each departure, so there will be a little bit of a wait for departure for you guys as it gets deeper in the line. I've told him that's a club request, that between each aircraft we're going to have 2 minutes of spacing, so that way we're not stacked right up on top of each other as we're going down. The idea is that we want to try and stay nice and well spaced and separated as we go down along. It looks like we've got a full slate of approaches tonight. Birmingham is the approach that covers Tuscaloosa. You've got Meridian approach, you've got Mobile, you've got Gulfport, you've got New Orleans approach. So I would definitely 100% recommend flight following, because you're most likely going to get handed off to a bunch of different approaches that have been kind enough to staff up for us. So definitely make sure that you get the flight following, as long as they're not too busy, obviously, because there is going to be a lot of us. But that's another thing with the 2 minutes of spacing between each departure, is that hopefully it'll be easy to pick up the flight following and not kind of overload the controllers, as long as we keep ourselves nice and spaced apart this evening. So again, everyone will wait for me, November 124 Mike Charlie, to kind of get down towards the runway before the next one calls up. And let's try and keep it somewhat in speed order. Like I said, the Cirruses definitely go before the Cessnas and stuff like that. I would say even maybe the Cirruses go before the Bonanzas or the Barons. I mean, that's all going to be about the same, around like that 160, 170 with the Cirruses, the Bonanzas, the Mooney, which I'm flying. So you guys are smart. If you're flying a slower aircraft, then kind of lag towards the back. And then obviously anyone that shows up late then can just kind of slot in when the time comes. But that's kind of the idea. Make sure you guys are filing VFR flight plans from Tuscaloosa to New Orleans Lakefront. So Tuscaloosa is Kilo Tango Charlie Lima, and New Orleans Lakefront is Kilo November Echo Whiskey. So I know there was a couple of guys that had that incorrect already. I know Zach, you're kind of one of them. That's got you have Truth and Consequences by accident in there, which is in New Mexico as your departure. So just be mindful of that. Ken, make sure you go ahead and stick a flight plan in there as well. Be mindful of those things. Make sure you have Virtual Safe Flying Clubber in the remarks as always. There's going to be a nice line of us, a nice big line, a group of us. So let's advertise the club a little bit. Let's make sure people know who we are while we're doing this as well. Kind of show off a little bit tonight, if you don't mind. Let's make sure we're obviously following the etiquette. If you do decide to not take the flight following, then obviously VATSIM Unicom frequency is 1 to 2.8. Now, both of these airports are towered airports, so we will have ATC both for takeoff and landing. And again, I strongly recommend the flight following tonight. No formation flying, guys. Let's keep this nice and professional, straightforward. Again, it's the point with the 2 minutes of spacing on departure. And it's a beautiful day down here. It's not as windy as they were forecasting. It is a little bit gusty down in New Orleans, but it's not as bad as they were expecting. So I would highly recommend real world weather. Time of day is up to you if you want to do this day or night. I chose daytime personally. But if you want to do this at night, a real live time, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah, we're doing it during the day.
And that's all I've got. Does anybody have any questions?
Tower doesn't say one.
Say again? Say again?
We were supposed to use real world weather. I got custom weather.
No, it's recommended. You don't have to, but it's just because it's so nice. It is VFR. I would recommend it. But if you have your custom weather, I'm not gonna, not gonna bend you over for that. That was a bad choice of words. I apologize, but I'm not gonna knock you for that. Is what I should say. Does anybody have any questions?
I think I heard that. I haven't flown in the south in forever on the summer. So.
All right, if nobody has any questions, just give me a couple minutes because, again, I need to be the one that leads the pack chat, or guys, it's chat, I'm streaming. Just give me like 3 minutes to get set up here. 3 minutes, eventually on ground frequency because there is Tuscaloosa ground and tower. So on the ground frequency 121.8, you guys will hear me call up. And again, even after I call up ground, let me get taxied down a little bit to make sure I'm absolutely going to be the first in line. Give whoever's going to be next, give it like a minute or two after I make the call before you call up after that. Just hang tight on that ground frequency for the moment. You can listen in, hear how I get my little VFR taxi clearance if you need help potentially with that. And Chris says he doesn't see tower. There is definitely a tower. I don't know why it's not necessarily showing up on it is not showing up on the controllers in range. You might have connected as an observer by accident, potentially, Nathan.
Yeah, showing up
let
for
me
me
check on
either.
that because let me make sure.
Yeah, no tower for me either.
Showing up on VATSpot, but he's not showing up on the list. So he might have accidentally connected as an observer. I've done that once or twice before. Like I said, all right, give me 2 minutes, guys. Give me 2 minutes, and we'll get right along here, and I'll make the first call on ground. And like I said, then just give me a minute after that before we kind of all bunch up. And slower guys, hang to the back. Appreciate it.
Yes, head out, and then we'll be heading out soon because we are in a Cirrus which cruises at about 154 knots to airspeed. So, but soon we will depart. We're just waiting for the lead plane to go, and we're on the ground here in Tuscaloosa. Watching there, you're watching Jeff Cloud Cinnamon. That's not what I want. Might be that big jet. Model matching it up again. It's a little better. So that's Jeff Pound Sandman that you're seeing right there on this screen. Little plane.
Am I showing up now for tower?
That's negative.
I don't see anything.
That's so weird.
Well, if it isn't that, almost. Gotta get out of the cell. I'm glad you are here. Is everyone welcome?
You are showing up on VATSPY. That's the weird thing. This might be an audio for VATSPY thing. What's your frequency?
126.3.
Yeah, your frequency works. It's just not showing up, but the frequency works, everybody, so... He's there, he's just not showing up for whatever reason on the list. Whoever is next to taxi can call.
I don't see an ATIS anymore.
Ground, Bonanza 114 with Papa requesting taxi for VFR departure.
Yeah, the ATIS is down.
Remember 114 Whiskey Papa, for the ground, clock 0301.
2353 Zulu, 35.
Clock 0301, and we are ready for taxi.
Remember 114 Whiskey Papa, runway 4, taxi via Bravo 2, hold short of runway 4.
4 via Bravo 2, hold short, hold short, runway 4. 114 Whiskey Papa.
Bravo, info Bravo.
Remember 124 Mike Charlie, just remain the stream, keeping our tower's having a little bit of a connection problem.
4 Mike Charlie.
I mean, Nathan, your frequency worked, but...
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to, I'm troubleshooting in V-stars, trying to see if it's like a visibility range setting, or point setting.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna try to read
Remember 124 Mike Charlie, contact tower 126.3, good night.
1263, 4 Mike Charlie, good night.
Tuscaloosa ground, Solaris 2590 with custom weather, request taxi to runway 4 for a VFR, Southwest VFR departure.
Solaris 2590, Tuscaloosa ground. Did you want flight following?
Yes, please. Solaris 2590.
Solaris 2590, I see you filed from Memphis to O'Hare. That, is the aircraft type the same?
Okay, let me look at it. This happened to me the other day where I filed my previous flight plan. Sorry.
No problem. The only thing is if you file within 2 hours of your...
things are well.
Within
Things are
2
just
hours
been
of your
busy.
last flight on the same call sign, it'll be the same
Back
type
to
file.
teaching in the classroom on Monday. I kind of like that. I went and saw it today.
I just tried filing it again. Did you get it? Solaris 2590?
Plus 2590. I just amended it for you. Is it the same aircraft type? The Charlie Oscar Romeo Sierra?
Vaccinated and ready to go.
Say again?
Plus 2590. Is it, is your aircraft type Charlie Oscar Romeo Sierra?
Yeah, it's a Corsair. Okay, this is weird. So I pulled it up, and it shows my Memphis to Chicago thing, but I had typed it out and filed it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
No problem. It's just old Vatsim infrastructure. I'll fix this in a minute. Stand by.
Gotta get out of here and just try to get some space between the craft jet pilots. Well.
Tuscaloosa ground, November 516 Delta Foxtrot Sierra, ready to taxi runway 4 for VFR Southwest departure with flight following.
November 516 Delta Foxtrot Tuscaloosa Tower, correction, Tuscaloosa ground, squawk 0303.
0303, ready taxi.
November 516 Delta Foxtrot runway 4, taxi Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha 5.
Taxi via Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha 5, 6 Delta Foxtrot.
November 114 Whiskey Papa Cross runway 4 at Bravo 2, continuing taxi via Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha 5. You're way to an SR22 coming out of the ramp. Go ahead.
Alright, cross Runway 4, Bravo 2, continue via Alpha 2, Alpha, Alpha 5, and we'll give way to the SR-22. 114 Whiskey Papa.
Flight 2590, test close to ground, squawk 0302.
Squawk 0302, Solaris 2590.
Flight 2590, read back correct. Are you ready to taxi?
Affirm.
Flight 2590, runway 4, taxi via Delta 2, Charlie, Alpha, Alpha 5, cross runway 12.
Can you say that a little slower, please, Solaris 2590?
Yep, no problem. Runway 4, taxi via Delta 2, Charlie, Alpha, Alpha 5, cross runway 12.
Okay, taxi via Charlie, Alpha, Alpha 5, cross runway 12, Solaris 2590.
6 Delta Foxtrot, you made a wrong turn there. Are you able to make a left on Golf?
Affirm. Yep, our mistake.
No problem. If you want to just make the U-turn in the ramp or on the taxiway, that's fine. Just advise short of Alpha 2 ready to taxi again.
Copy that. We're approaching Alpha 2 at this moment.
Number 114 Whiskey Papa, you can continue taxi left turn on Alpha.
Continue left turn on Alpha. 114 Whiskey Papa.
November 516 Delta Foxtrot, give way to a Beach Baron coming left to right at Alpha 2.
Okay, we'll give away to the Beach Baron. We have the traffic.
Tuscaloosa route, November 489 Echo Foxtrot.
November 489 Echo Foxtrot, Tuscaloosa ground.
Sirius 9 Echo Foxtrot, generally ocean parking with Bravo ready taxi VFR departure to the southwest.
Number 489 Echo Foxtrot, Tuscaloosa ground. Would you like flight following?
That's affirmative, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
November 9 Echo Foxtrot, squawk 0305.
0305,
November 9 Echo Foxtrot, read that correct, runway 4, taxi via Charlie 3, Charlie, Alpha, Alpha 5.
Charlie 3, Charlie, Alpha, Alpha 5 to runway 4 for 9 Echo Foxtrot. Alright, we're going to take a turn.
November 114 Whiskey Papa, contact tower 126.3.
Alright, over to tower 126.3, 114 Whiskey Papa, thanks.
November 516 Delta Foxtrot, contact tower 126.3.
126.3, 6 Delta Foxtrot.
Tuscaloosa ground is Twin Comanche, Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo Sierra.
Ramp with information, Bravo via far to the south.
Alright, that was one at a time. That was 3 at a time. November 7 Lima X-ray, go ahead.
November 7 Lima X-ray on the Bravo ramp with information, Bravo via far to the south with flight following.
November 7 Lima X-ray, Tuscaloosa ground, squawk 0307.
Squawk 0307, November 7 Lima X-ray.
November 7 Lima X-ray, runway 4, taxi via Bravo 2, hold short of runway 4.
Taxi via Bravo 2, hold short of 4, November 7 Lima X-ray.
Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo Sierra, Tuscaloosa ground, you were calling?
Yes, sir. We're looking for taxi for VFR departure southwest with flight following.
Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo Sierra, Tuscaloosa ground, squawk 0310.
0310. Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo Sierra.
Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo Sierra, Tuscaloosa ground, read that correct, runway 4, taxi via Bravo 2, hold short of runway 4.
Number 2.
Bravo 2 to hold short of runway 04, and just again on the squawk was 0310.
This awesome story might involve a transponder squawk code.
Tuscaloosa ground, Bonanza 38 Romeo.
X-ray with Bravo, request taxi for VFR departure to the southwest.
Yeah, I lost the radios.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, Tuscaloosa ground, would you like flight following?
Affirm, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, Tuscaloosa ground, squawk 0311.
I'm flying.
Squawk 0311, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, read back is correct, runway 4, taxi via Delta 3, Charlie 3, Charlie, Alpha, Alpha 5, cross runway 12.
Talk to me at all.
Runway 14, taxi via Delta 3, Charlie 3, Charlie, Alpha, Alpha 5, cross runway 12. Charlie
Just remember, guys, on the departure, If you get the frequency change approved for flight following, the initial frequency you want is Birmingham approach on 23.8.
And November 38 Romeo, you called.
Yeah, Bonanza 38 Romeo with information Bravo.
Yeah, sorry about that, Mike.
VFR departure to the southwest, flight following.
Flight strips, so.
anyways,
Number 38 Romeo, Tuscaloosa ground squawk 03.
Mike, what'd you say flight following frequency was?
123.8, Birmingham approach.
031238 Romeo. And we're ready for taxi.
Follow the beach band, 58 ahead, runway 4,
Delta, so I have to contact
Charlie 3, Charlie.
And I'm contacting tower about 50 nautical miles out. And I'm not getting any response.
0313,
I can hear them.
0312, follow the traffic. Delta 3, Charlie 3, Charlie Alpha. Alpha 5, cross runway 12, 38 Romeo.
On the Delta to you're cleared to go in it. And I'm calling. And then I have my handheld, my emergency handheld on the seat next to me. Good thing I had it ready to go. And I'm trying to contact them through that. They're not answering through that either. So I'm like, okay. So then I switch it back to the radio plane, and eventually I got
Golf from Moose here. I see you taxiing on the grass. Where are you going?
And 50% flaps. I just gotta check my settings here. I'll get back to the story in a second.
I'm showing on taxiway Bravo here.
This, we're gonna go at 4,500.
Looking out my window, that's what I'm seeing is taxiway Bravo.
Yeah, I don't know if the signs are right there. That's the thing.
Charlie Golf Romeo here. Bravo only goes northbound, and I give you Bravo 2 Charlotte 4.
Yep, 70, rotate at 70, 80 flaps up, 101 after that.
Okay. All right, I'll turn around here and head back for Bravo 2.
Verifying flaps, and I'm going to take the checklist off. So anyways, in the next 30 seconds that I do have, I finally get New Haven, I land, no problem. You know, get to check out the airport a little bit. Fuel truck comes over,
VFR request
I should have just fill it, but I was like, no, I'm good. I got enough fuel, I know, I calculated both legs. But I didn't think about like the fact that I wanted to do a test landing at Plymouth, and that didn't happen, so I burned through there, then I had to deviate north of the airport a little bit.
0313, 11816.
Tower frequency, I think it's 126.3. So we'll go here. Tuscaloosa Tower, November 9 Echo Foxtrot holding short of runway 4 on Alpha 5, ready for takeoff.
Number 9 Echo Foxtrot, Tuscaloosa Tower, hold short runway 5.
Holding short runway 4, Tuscaloosa. Birmingham approaching, we'll go to next, someone to point. But, alright, so I get to New Haven. Don't get the fuel, fine. I take off out of New Haven. They can hear me. They have no problem getting the taxi directions because Class Delta, everything. I get out of New Haven. I literally get out of the Class Delta and I'm going to go over to New York approach to request some flight following because it's a 105 nautical mile flight, so I like to have flight following flights like that. And yeah, the radio will not transmit again. Like it says it's transmitting, but they can't hear me. And I'm thinking, as a joke, I'm thinking in my head,
I want to do barrel rolls and
must be New York
loop-the-loops,
approach because
all
I'm
that
like,
kind
you know,
of stuff.
from Boston. They just don't want
We
to
don't do that kind of flying here.
Hey, thank
Dangerous,
you to Sierra 2 Lima.
Too many lawsuits.
Contacting me.
Well, who does?
So waiting to get out of here.
Heck flat.
Spacing me out appropriately. So anyways, I don't want to make this a too long story. Get out of New Haven. I can't contact New York approach. I can hear them. Can't contact them. Radio's not working with the transmit. So I'm like, all right, well.
Number 516 Delta Foxtrot, contact Birmingham departure 123.8.
I'm almost in Providence approach territory. I'll get to Groton.
Number 516 Delta Foxtrot, contact Birmingham departure 123.8.
And yeah, I contact Providence approach. They're not hearing me either. I can hear them. They're not hearing me. I'm asking how did it read this and that. Now, meanwhile, know that I don't need to have any radio communication with approach or anything because I'm going to fly over Class Charlie at 5,500. Providence, I believe it's 4,100, the top of Class Charlie. So I could have just flown right over, no radio. It wouldn't matter. But anyways, I'm like, yeah, I can't really fly like this though because like I need to at least let them know that I got an issue with this radio. Side to side, I'm going to squawk 7600. Which?
Number 9er Echo Foxtrot, front wind 350 at 8, runway 4, cleared for takeoff, make right downwind departure.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 4, right downwind departure, 9er Echo Foxtrot. Alright, so let's get out of here. So I squawk 7600. Eventually, the handheld worked. Eventually, after he asked me, you know, is your destination Providence? Push ident if it is now. Is your, you know, is your destination Taunton?
Number 489 Echo Foxtrot, you're coming in very faint.
Roger. How do you hear me now, 9er Foxtrot?
9er Echo Foxtrot, that's much better. Today altitude?
Currently 2,800 and on the right down departure.
November 9er Echo Foxtrot, radar contact 2 miles southwest of Tuscaloosa Airport.
Roger. So yeah, finally the handheld works.
November 114 Whiskey Papa, contact Meridian approach 120.5. Have a good night.
Over to Meridian approach 120.5. 114 Whiskey Papa. Thanks a lot.
Trying the handheld like just without the headphones in it because I had a headphone in
Birmingham departure, Polaris 2590 at 2,000, climbing 4,500.
All right, Otto. Let's do this.
Solaris 2590, Birmingham approach. Radar contact, 3 miles.
So needless to say, I did make it back to Plymouth. They gave me the whole, I got a number for you to write down. And I thought, well, I'm probably going to have to write a report up on this one. Like, oh, no, it's just to make sure that you made it safe. So, Providence Approach, shout out to you for being awesome. And called them when I got on the ground in Plymouth. Everything was fine. Like, oh, yeah, we just want to make sure you made it. Sounds great. So, it was a good flight. Nothing to be worried about. I wasn't ever nervous.
Number 516 Delta Foxtrot, contact Meridian approach 120.5. Good night.
Over to Meridian approach 12.5, 6 Delta Foxtrot. See ya.
But yeah, it was worth it. Would really like to go out to Bridgeport next. And also, I gotta hit Western Mass. I'm neglecting Massachusetts. I really got a lot of Connecticut down. And I will show you my map of where I've been so far. But it's gonna flash for a second. Just give me a second. Maybe not. Oh, I already had it loaded. Look at that. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna turn all this stuff off. But all this stuff, I have video. I'm just editing. I'm still editing that stupid Keene, New Hampshire video, which isn't stupid. It's actually a good flight. It's just that it's taking forever for me to edit it with viewpoints and cameras and stuff. But
Solaris 2590 traffic, 12 o'clock in 2 miles, altitude 3,500. Type
the farthest west now that I've been. You see,
Okay, I'm looking. Where's 2590?
Broughton, Chester, Hartford, Wyndham Airport right here, Hartford over here, Danielson. Rhode Island, I've been to Newport, North Central, which is my old home airport when I was a kid. Taunton is probably the closest airport to where I live, but if I ever bought a plane, I might want to go there, but the management is pretty bad, they said. So I have to check on that. Plymouth's obviously where I fly out of. Provincetown, Chatham, Martha's Vineyard. Then in New Hampshire, we've been to Nashua, Keene. But see, like, all Western Massachusetts, I kind of avoided that. Actually, I also get stuff on the chair. So I gotta get more Massachusetts destinations. But I want to get to New York, too. So the next big flight will probably be to Bridgeport right over here, which will be the closest I get. It's just to finish with the airports on Long Island Sound here in Connecticut. And as far as
Birmingham approach, Baron Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, passing 2900.
I might try that someday, but not right away. There's more destinations down there. Well, hopefully this summer, now that I'm vaccinated and everything, whether I take a passenger or not.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, Birmingham approach.
Again, as I say,
Radar contact.
Woodstock site.
Maintain VFR.
Festival site.
Maintain VFR, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray.
Or we could go to
Birmingham approach, I have visual on the traffic and I'm overtaking Solaris 2590.
Solaris 2590, roger, thank you.
So, those are the two places I'm thinking. And now that I've flown some longer flights, I feel a lot better about things. So, alright, maneuvering speed is about 138 here, but we're traveling along. We're right outside Tuscaloosa.
November 9 Echo Foxtrot, contact Meridian approach 120.5. Good night.
120.5 from Echo Foxtrot.
November 489 Echo Foxtrot Meridian approach. Good evening, local Pinter 302 and 3034.
Okay, well, we're on our way, and I guess I can show you the map of tonight's, or today's flight, I should call it, time. Oh, excuse me. No, the tablet disconnected. No, so bad. All right, let me reconnect it. I don't know why I did that. Interesting. Well, come on, back online pretty soon. I don't know why I did that. Never did that before. Okay, let's go back to the Android app. And it's gonna try to give me 20 seconds, so I guess you know what? I'll connect that. We'll come back to it, but we'll show you our
Meridian approach Solaris 2590 at 4,500.
It's been a long time since
There's 2590 Meridian approach. Good evening, local altimeter 3034.
we're also going to see some of the sites there in New Orleans, I guess. But again, for add-on scenery, I don't remember what I downloaded. I just downloaded like every single thing I could from FlightSim.to, so I just have to update all that stuff too. But, all right, so let's see if we're back online with this tab. All right. Back here, see if we can. No, it did. So that's our flight plan for tonight. We're the
And 516 Delta Foxtrot traffic at fuel 10 o'clock 5 miles, altitude 4,500.
Utah.
6 Delta Foxtrot, look for the traffic.
But this up ahead, we're going to have to watch out for this restricted space and military operations here. We're going to go slightly to the west on that and avoid that altogether. And we'll stick with flight following, but nothing that we're going to worry about. Go over Lake Ponca train. Punkar train. I remember that was. I haven't been to New Orleans in years, so excuse my pronunciations. But right there on the tip of New Orleans, underneath Class Charlie here, maybe Bravo. Excuse me, Class Bravo. Oh my God, my brain's not working. So we'll get under 4,000 on this outer ring over here. They'll be under 2,000 to enter the Delta, which is Lake for Kilo November Echo Whiskey. And that's what we're looking for a flight here. Flight by Hattiesburg and stuff like that. But take a look outside, give a couple of views and all that stuff. So, good flight. So. Some buildings over here. Also in May, real life flight, I'm going to hopefully start flying the Piper Warrior. Have another plane at my disposal once I get signed up to rent that. And then possibly start my training in the summer sometime. Might be late summer, but I want to have some more fun just flying in the summer and doing some flights. We kind of missed out on that last summer with COVID. You know, like I still went to Martha's Vineyard, but I want to go on a really good flight. April vacation for me is coming up pretty soon too, and I booked some really long blocks on April vacation. So we'll see. We'll see if we can actually do one of those flights maybe that week. Saved up some money from not flying for 5 weeks. Still saving them for a plane fund, and investing in Bitcoin for that, on some of that. So it's been doing pretty good. So I can't complain. Oh, ground speed, 192 knots. It says we'll get there in an hour. Not too shabby. I'll take that all day. Yeah, same here. It's been a while. I've been exploring X-Plane and stuff like that. I'll probably stream X-Plane someday. It's just I gotta get on that. And Microsoft puts some in the performance patch. Pretty good, I think. Pretty stable. Pretty good. So, even the stream was I can't complain.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, 4,500.
I didn't burn off over here.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, Meridian approach, good evening, low altimeter 3034.
On one of the ortho towels I was
Altimeter 3034, Charlie Golf Lima
I have to
Whiskey
figure
X-ray.
that out. It says something to do with the data. Cause I was going all out. I was Google lowest zooms. That way I got the best detail. And I'm gonna have to buy a whole new hard drive if I'm gonna do that route. And kind of in the market for one anyways, because one of mine died. I have a lot. I have 2 outside 4 hard drive enclosures. And that's because the YouTube videos and stuff, so they're tax deductible, but I have everything archived, double backed up on there. But, oh, you can't? Barely hear it? How about now? Is that better? Let me know. I can't hear you! Okay, just had to be closer then. Yeah, I got it turned down, so I didn't know. Can you hear everything else? Can you hear the music and stuff? It's not supposed to be loud in your face music, but let me know. Okay, good. Just checking.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
I would like to fly this by hand, but I'm a little too lazy tonight. So,
Meridian approach, good evening, November 7 Lima X-ray, southbound VFR at 3000.
Already, honestly, we're in Birmingham.
November 7 Lima X-ray, Meridian approach, good evening. Local altimeter 3034.
Definitely got flight following, real life, if you're doing this.
3034 on the altimeter, November 7 Lima X-ray.
But if you do want to fly with me and you don't want to do VATSIM, which is live air traffic control, there's no problem with that. I'm on the east server, and I'd say you'd probably want to depart out of Kilo Delta Yankee Alpha, which is Demopolis Regional Airport, or you can go a little further ahead on the route and go to Buckler, Choctaw County, which is 09er Alpha. Feel free to load up and join us on this flight if you'd like to. Let's get a look at this big parade of Virtual USA Flag Club members. I'm going to load it up here and take a look at where we are in the whole line of things. I don't know, I did something. Okay. Woo! Alright. Here we are, the southern part. That's it. Here we are. Alright, so everyone, let's take a look at this. Coming out of Tuscaloosa, here's all the Virtual USA Flag Club members. We're right here. For Mike Charlie is Jet Pilot Cinnamon up there. And we have Brett, Dan, again here, I am right there. And a lot of other people that came right behind me. So we're doing pretty good on this. We're all going down to New Orleans right here. So you guys see this big line of planes just go right there. All general aviation with the light following. Should be a good time.
Hey, November 114 Whiskey Papa, what's your indicated airspeed?
USA Flight Club members as well, which is the informal voice chat for us here. So.
Right, he's muted. He's muted in the Discord, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, he's at my 10. I'm just trying to keep pace and not overtake him.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're faster, just do it properly. You know, make sure you're off his right. Make sure you give him space. Don't hit into him or anything if you're going to go by him. We don't have to stay in a perfect line if it works out that way, if you're too bunched up, if you are faster.
Yeah, sorry, I had it muted. I'm doing about 159.
Okay, I'm showing 170, so I'm going to be off. You're at my 10. So I'll just keep an eye on it.
Meridian approach, Twin Comanche, Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo Sierra.
What's it look like in Musfus? Because in X-Plane 11, this interstate buried in the trees.
Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo Sierra, Meridian approach, good evening. Local altimeter 3034.
3034, look like it's kind of buried in the trees here.
And nothing really big here to our right between Livingston. That'd be Alabama. Down there in the distance. Not very big. And the highway 20 should be off on the right sidelines. Hey, Nick, what's going on? Still haven't get your sound, by the way. Just haven't been streaming lately, so nice to see you, sir. How's the ferry flight? I guess intro going. Where are you right now? Did you already fly out there? Ready to go? I think you start coming back tomorrow, right? Yeah. Yeah. So you're in the hotel there and everything that you got shipped out today? That's awesome. That first leg is long, dude. I was looking at that flight plan. So the wind should be with you. So that will help you out. You missed my whole story about my first 7600 squawking. Oh, 2-year-old on board. Hello. Good night. I love you. No hat. No. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. 2-year-old on board, everybody. And cool. Yeah. So, I mean, you got what? 5 hours on that typically? So, that wind has to be with you. Never been to Alabama. I've been to Mississippi. My brother used to live in Mississippi. 4 hours, yeah, that sounds about right. But the wind's with you on that, because that would take more than that, I think. No, about 4 hours, you're right. Yeah. So, I guess knock out the first leg, make it long, and that way you can take your time more on the other legs, you know? But pictures and video, if you can, when you can.
Mini 124 Mike Charlie, contact Houston Center on 126.87.
With a pilot.
12687 for Mike Charlie, good night.
Straight from the Cessna factory.
Yep.
And that will eventually be happening tomorrow, so that is pretty cool. And while he won't be the pilot in command, he will be flying back with a CFI double I think. He'll be the ferry pilot, but he'll be flying some of the legs here and there, which will be kind of cool. And wish you a lot of luck on that new 172 there. So, again, this summer, you get vaccinated, we'll meet up for lunch or something, you know? Let me know. You know what? The strobe lights turned off because of SPAD, so I'll just turn all those lights on. That's what it is. SPAD's the drivers that drives the SciTech panels. That's what's 5.5 hours, huh? Jeez. How big are the tanks on that thing? Is it your normal like 26, 25? Yeah. I think 25 actually. The 172 I fly, it holds like 50 gallons. Those are extended range tanks, so I don't know what you got.
Meridian approach, Bonanza 3A Romeo with you at 4,500.
Bonanza 38 Romeo, Meridian approach, good evening, altimeter 3034.
3034, 3A Romeo.
But yeah, you missed my 7600 squawking story, which happened in real life on Saturday, so I might say it again, but I want to give some time and space between when I say it. It's the second real, I wouldn't call it crisis, but thing I had to overcome while flying, other than the carpet issue in Block Island. So, but I have it on video. Again, I'm working on these videos as soon as I can. I gotta finish up the Keene, New Hampshire one still, but now we post on the Eric Flight channel that way. Eric Flight channel on YouTube, so please subscribe and like on that. Check out the other flights I have posted up there. But
hey Mike, you guys hitting clouds at 4,500 feet?
Job, driven to the classroom finally, which is awesome. Oh, cool. All right, you know all about it then. Yeah, it was interesting. But Providence approach, very, very nice. They didn't make me file any type of report or anything. It was honestly just a transmit issue. It wasn't really, I could hear them. I just couldn't transfer for some reason. And then the pilot after me, he actually took the plane out, but I was like, dude, you just want to make sure that you take it back a little, basically. But he was staying in the area around Plymouth where you don't, I mean, I didn't either. I just wanted flight following, so it was like 105 nautical miles each way. But New Haven was cool. Got closer to New York, so. Not gonna be as cool as you though, Nick. You're traveling half the country there. That's awesome. I can't even imagine that. All right, a little update on where everyone is. Let me just refresh this. And for Fantastic version 2. Let's update here. We're down here from Tuscaloosa. Big line of planes from the Virtual USA Flight Club. We have some people on the ground still, I think. Yeah, just a couple. So we have even more people coming. And we're going to do a straight line down here to New Orleans. I forget the name of the airport already, so I'm just thinking New Orleans. Oh, Lakefront Airport. So, should be pretty good. And we're currently on flight following and everything for this. Just making our way. Operations area? I think we were outside of one, actually. No, we were in one.
Meridian approach, November 550, Charlie Romeo.
It's all military operation area around here, so.
November 550, Charlie Romeo. Meridian approach, go ahead.
November 550, Charlie Romeo. This is Sirius SR-22, about 50 miles northeast of Keyfield. 4,500 requests VFR flight following to Keyfield, Mike Echo India.
Again, a lot of people fly back. Right?
Sir, 550, Charlie Romeo, squawk 1370.
1370, Charlie Romeo.
I'll tell you, New Orleans. I love New Orleans. No, well, I did back in the day. I haven't been there since, oh God, 2003, maybe? I went there like 3 times. My brother used to live in Mississippi.
550, Charlie Romeo, radar contact 50 miles to the northeast of the Keyfield Airport.
0 Charlie Romeo.
So, you have to have a real affinity for Mississippi. It's not that the people are terrible or anything. I think that the people are rather nice, actually. It's just very rural. Like, and I live in a rural part of Massachusetts, but it's like we're 5 minutes away from Route 44 here, which is a highway that kind of could go to Providence or take you to, excuse me, 295-ish going north to Boston, 24. So, but Mississippi, you had to drive quite a way there. And I actually did this drive with my brother from Mississippi. He lives in Jackson, and we took his car all the way down to New Orleans and stayed down there. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best incidents. He was breaking up with his then fiance, and boy, was that messed up, you know. So my mother at the time said, "You're gonna go down there and you're gonna take care of your brother," because they were living in the same apartment still. It was pretty bad. And so I was like, "Dude, we're getting in that car, we're driving. I don't care where, but we're getting out of this apartment." So after one awkward night of sleeping over at his apartment, his fiance slept in the other room. We got out of there, we just booked it to New Orleans. We lived it up, you know. We were in our 20s, so it was a good time. Except for when he broke down and cried and Will Pat O'Brien's, and I had to drag him back to the hotel. You know? That's what happens, right? I guess. I don't know. But after that, we were pretty much having a good time. So, love at a young age. Love at a young age. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. Alrighty then. Again, not much to look at right now. We have equipment. But, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 part is early for these. Still have civilization. It's not going to take long to get there. We're about 44 nautical miles out. Ground speed is definitely working for us tonight, 198 knots. And again, if I was going maneuvering speed, it would be more like 138, but we're just going for it, you know. So, Nick, are we going to stop along the way and see anything interesting, or is it clearly just get home as soon as possible? You got to take some time to, like, say, hey, let's spend a little time at this airport, take some pictures. Or is it just haul butt back? Check the fuel situation. Yep, left tank still burning that one. That's good. That's something I'm going to have to get used to on the Piper Warrior when I start taking some familiarization flights with that in May. But then, instead of just having 5 aircraft to pick from, I'm saying 5 aircraft. Oh, we're doing great. There's 3 172s I can fly right now and 2 152s. There are 2 Piper Warriors at the flight school, so now I'm going to be up to 7. And also getting closer to that 100 pilot and command hours, so I can actually maybe take lessons in the Cirrus. You need 100 pilot and command hours. The insurance I've got covered, so I actually bought more insurance when I renewed my rental. So, yeah, well, he's probably about money and hours and time just getting out of there. So, yeah. Well, there'll be plenty of time to adventure with that thing. You know. Obviously, it costs a lot to own a plane, but at the same time, you get the freedom of flying whenever you want. There's no booking things, so that's going to be cool. Congratulate your parents for me, too. So, that's a heck of a feat, maybe. Student pilot that they are and buying a plane. So, good investment, though, especially for you. All right. In the distance, Waynesboro coming up on our left out there. Pictures of the plane, too. We want pictures of the plane. So, it's an investment, you know what I mean? And if you can do it, it's like getting a private pilot, certificate. It's an investment, you know? You never know how long it'll last forever. It's your medical, you know what I mean? But, you just go for it because you want it, you know? If you can make it happen, you make it happen. So.
November 114 Whiskey Pepper, contact Houston Center on 126.875.
Alright, over to center 126.875. 114 Whiskey Papa, thanks a lot.
14 Whiskey Papa there, so we're very close. He's going to make us switch over to Houston Center. And you see that?
November 516 Delta Foxtrot, contact Houston Center on 126.875. Yep.
12675 Houston Center, thanks for your ATC. Have a good night.
I don't know if I'll fly back or not. I don't know. So we might keep this one kind of short tonight. It's been about an hour 40. Yeah, so we're good. Just getting down and parking. Maybe taking the drone up.
Meridian, good evening. Skyhawk November 11816 with 4,500.
Skyhawk 11816 Meridian approach. Good evening. Local altimeter 3034.
Also check the plane over.
3034 11816.
November 489 Echo Foxtrot, contact Houston Center 126.875.
126.87 to center, 9 Echo Foxtrot. Oh, it's doing that thing on my radio again. Okay. Just fix this. Oh, this sucks. 126.87. It does that sometimes with the radio. I don't know why. Houston Center, November 489 Echo Foxtrot, 4,500 VFR.
November 489 Echo Foxtrot, Houston Center, hello, Pine Belt altimeter 3035.
Roger, 9 Foxtrot. Come on now.
Houston Center, Skywest 470, departing Mobile. Heading 030, passing 8,700 for 10,000.
That's why you gotta
Sky
hold yourself
470 Houston
down.
Center, hello, clear direct, Catlin, climb maintain flight level 290.
Direct to Catlin up to 290, Skyway 470.
Big flight. I'm sure they tested something. They have to. I mean, double check it. But again, you know, you're one of the pilots flying that aircraft. So. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. All right, we are crossing.
And 516 Delta Foxtrot, I'm not sure if you already told, but the traffic at your 10 o'clock at about 3 miles is a beach bonanza at 4,500.
Roger, looking for traffic. Seriously.
A little bit right.
Good stuff, Foxtrot, thanks. And 1-4 Whiskey Papa traffic information to use. You're going to be your 5 o'clock in about 5 miles. Cirrus SL22 at 4,200 southwestbound.
Alright, we'll watch for traffic 1-4 Whiskey Papa.
Thanks very much.
Traffic man say,
9 Echo Foxtrot, thanks. Just set the call center for 6 Delta Foxtrot, not 9 Echo Foxtrot.
Roger, sorry about that.
Too many Foxtrots.
Hey, you know what? It's a good call sign, so can't blame.
I'm with you, brother.
You can clearly see how that could be very close, right?
Skyway 470, did you verify direct Catlin?
Yeah, we're going direct Catlin right now. Skyway 470 making that left turn.
Thank you.
Well, to show you on the moving map where we are here tonight so far. We're about halfway there.
Level 323 for 330.
United 1010 Houston Center, hello. Very well, how are you?
Ground speed 196 knots though. That I wish I got that. You probably rip off the wings at that point, but it's all good. Also, coming up on the future streams here, we're gonna be doing a fundraiser. I did it last year. I just never promoted it on the Twitch streams. But instead of doing
124 Mike Charlie, contact Gulfport approach 127.5 for fear.
1275 for Mike Charlie, good night.
I take in the back of the plane, it folds up. But I ride it usually without the motor too for exercise, and we'll be doing the Great Cycle Challenge, which is going to raise money for kids, cancer funding research, and also helping kids out who have cancer. So I will be promoting that in future things. My wife and I are supposed to ride in a team, and I'm just trying to get her and I to get a good team name. So if you have any team names for a bicycle team to raise money for children's cancer, throw it out in chat, because we're trying to come up with a good one. And as soon as we do that, we'll have a team, and I'll start being able to promote it on the stream here and there. So be awesome if in the future, once I start doing that, some people can donate if they have the means to. If not, your support is
Southwest 227 is 310
last year I rode 100 miles. This year I made
Southwest 227 Houston Center, hello. Climb maintain flight level 390, cleared direct to the Eaton VOR.
390.
Bike. And even though it's an e-bike, I don't use the motor on stuff like that. I just do like a traditional bike, so. But should be a good time on that. I forgot to push something in my app here.
Yeah, it's a 1010 cross order at 1000. The New Orleans Delta was a 3032.
Roger, all day at 1000.
So yeah, I'll have some graphics and stuff.
3032.
Affirmative.
But that's a very worthy cause to raise money for. And last year I think I raised, well, I shouldn't say raised, I also chipped in $200 of my own money. But that was flight money too, so I had to take off my flying account. But
some good tailwinds tonight. I'm somehow doing 220 across the ground in the Mooney with the tailwind. It's nuts.
I got 198 in the Cirrus.
Shit up,
Jim. Ground speed and 155 airspeed.
172 with 182 ground speed.
What was that on the 172? Did he just say 180? Wow. I guess that he's going 120. I mean, it's possible. Big tailwind. Let's see what the winds are. Actually, oh my God, let's go. Option 3. Yeah, 42 knot. Wow. Whoa. So that's why we're calling butt here. Let's see what Rex Rutherford says for weather. It's reading Hesler, Noble, wherever that is. Winds aloft, we're 4,500. So it's between 41 and 25 knots. More towards 25 according to this. But, no, it's all in butt, whatever it is. Why couldn't that have happened when I went to New Haven in the 152 on Saturday? I don't know. But yeah, I was surprised to learn that my handheld did not have a good reception until I was over in Providence, though. Because I have a Sporties handheld radio. And eventually it did work, I'll give it that, but I never had experience using it in a real situation where I needed it. But I always carry it on me. And one of the best investments I ever made right after getting my private pilot certificate was getting that handheld. You could also save money on the ramp there if you get the weather ahead of time on just your radio. Start the plane, call right up the ground or whatever. Get out of there faster and you're not spinning the hobs at that point. So.
Loud and clear.
Good times. Good times. Thanks
Houston Center, Solaris 2590 at 4,500.
Solaris 2590, Houston Center, hello, the Pine Belt, altimeter 3035.
Been a long time since I streamed.
3035, thanks. Solaris 2590.
We're making our way there to New Orleans. Another update here. About to enter Houston Center. Excuse me, the New Orleans is right over here, so I'll be number 4, it looks like, to get in there. And you got tower there. Probably handoff to approach, I would think, as we get closer. Should be this circle, maybe this circle as well. So we'll see. They'll control that. But good going. It feels great to fly again on the simulator. So it felt great to fly around left too. 3.4 flight hours. I tried to do a landing at Plymouth because it was 5 weeks. So I usually take like one landing in the pattern just to get, get my bearings before I take off again. And the wind shifted. I was gonna land on 3-3, I think it was. And then the wind shifted for runway 6. And my instructor came up, I used to do a lesson with another person. He's like, yeah, wind shifted for 6. And then part of the pattern to the south, and I was gonna go around. And then I got back in the pattern for 6. But then, like, it was so crowded, like everyone came converging at once. I was like, you know what? I'm just deviating to the north out of the pattern, and I'm just going right to New Haven.
Houston Center, Baron Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray 4,500.
And then again, when I got to New Haven, I couldn't get a hold.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, Houston Center, hello, the Pine Belt, altimeter 3035.
When?
Altimeter 3035, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray.
At the airport, it's not even worth taking a slight risk, even though you calculate the flight time. So it's 152. You know, it wasn't like dangerously low. I had about another, say about 45 minutes to an hour left of fuel.
Houston Center, good evening. November 7 Lima X-ray, southbound VFR at 3000.
November 7 Lima X-ray, Houston Center, hello, Pine Belt, altimeter 3035. Just traffic for you is that you're 11 o'clock in about 1.5 miles. A beach Barron at 4,500 southbound, should be no factor.
Thank you. I've got the altimeter and the traffic, November 7 Lima X-ray.
Thanks very much. Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, traffic information for you is a... you're testing my type codes now. It's an Epic light aircraft, 3000 southbound.
Thanks for the info, Charlie Golf Lane Whiskey X-ray. I was wondering where he went.
Charlie 470, leave my airspace northbound now. Atlanta Center's offline. Radar service terminated. Change to advisory to Bruce. We'll see you later.
40 to combat, Scott 470.
But yeah, it's been a pretty nice flight here online tonight. Now we're about to pass Hattiesburg. I don't have a paper sectional to check out what the ceiling is on that, so we just avoid it anyways. It's not even worth overflying if you don't have to. So, excuse me. Testing 1, 2. Okay. All right, jet pilot Cinnamon, by the way, is up ahead of us. He's taking the lead on this Virtual Flying Club event. So. Is the founder. I'm gonna claim that bonus right there. This is what he is doing.
5. Oh, we gotta scroll through a lot of frequencies here.
6-month anniversary. Subbing. So if you haven't checked out Jet Pilot,
New Orleans approach. Good evening, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie 4500.
He is excellent streamer.
124 Mike Charlie.
He's a real world airline pilot as well. And while it will be sporadic the next couple of months because he's
you're cleared to the Class Bravo airspace.
Clear through the New Orleans Class Bravo airspace for Mooney 4 Mike Charlie, but we will probably do a little VFR descent here shortly when we get closer to Lake Pontchartrain.
Houston Center, Twin Comanche, Charlie Golf, Romeo,
coming up on Lake Pontchartrain here, chat. You can see right out in front. We're right in the area where we have that restricted area, so I'm going to make sure very carefully to stay to the right of the highway, like we discussed earlier. Eric Flight, thank you for the 6-month resub. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for coming in today. Thank you for flying in with us this evening as well in your Echo Foxtrot call sign. Always glad to have you aboard for these events, and we appreciate you being an admin of the Flying Club and helping to run your own events as well. So thank you kindly for the resub. Hello to all those that are watching on the Eric Flight stream, since I guess we're doing some streamception. We are hauling some butt here in the lead for the Flying Club. I am probably like a good 15 minutes ahead of the next Flying Club aircraft. I didn't know I was going to be going this fast with the wind for the ground speed of the Mooney, but here we are. I'm doing freaking 215 across the ground in the Mooney, and I'm going to land way before anyone else does down in Lakefront here, because I'm pretty much coming up right on Lake Pontchartrain.
So, just a little.
Again, we'll have a nice long bridge here
on Jet Pilot Center, who's in front of us. Also, check out Nick Bresla. Great supporter Nick Bresla does stream on Twitch as well. We'll be ferrying a brand new 172 back with us here. Double I starting tomorrow. Exciting, exciting, exciting. What airport is that off my left? That'd be the Shelby Auxiliary Field 1. Sierra Hotel 1.
Delta 256 Houston Center. Hello, it's on request. Standby.
Right on the corner of that restricted airspace over here. So this has to be, yeah, Hagler Army Field or something. And that's why it's restricted. Maybe. Yeah, I'm just going with it because it's on the section. So. Or, yeah, let's take a look at this.
Delta 256, actually speak to the wrong person. You need Houston on 134.42.
Class E, you do not have to contact anybody. If you want to contact center, it's for flight following.
Delta 256, 134.40.
You would request flight following, which means that they would offer you, you know, assistance.
42, Delta 256, thank you very much. Alright,
but you do not have to contact them as long as you stay in E. Does that make sense? So let me know, Ravens, for life. But I am currently on flight following, and I had to tune into center on 126.87. So, yeah. Flight following is always good for longer flights, especially in like tonight's event, because we have a string of aircraft, so they're just going to give a heads up. If one gets close to me and say like, oh, they're 5 nautical miles out until you're 3 o'clock or whatever.
I'm sorry, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, ignore that one.
You're still ultimately in control of looking for aircraft, though. They don't have to...
I'm still doing it. I still like doing it.
They only do it on a as-they-can basis, so... Or, could be a New York approach where you're learning when you lose your transmitting radio, and you think they're just letting you...
Oh, yeah, fixed it. Sorry about that.
Boston area. I don't... That happened to me in real life this past Saturday, so, you know. That's how I described it to everyone at the flight school. I was like, I just thought New York approach didn't like me, you know? They didn't want to talk to me at all. We're going back to the GPS tracking here, because we're way away,
United 1010 contact, Houston approach 125, sorry, correction, New Orleans approach 125.5, I'll see ya.
And we should be pretty good, I think, for the rest of the flight.
Okay, 125.5, United 1010.
Airspace over here, but it's going to be off my left. And then right over Lake Pontchartrain, right into New Orleans. So we're definitely getting there. Yep, that's my real tablet display mirroring into the screen, so not the graphics behind it, just the screen. So. Take this whenever I fly. That was another thing too, though. My ADS-B receiver that I bought, that I use in the 152s, because it doesn't have ADS-B in, it just has out. Yeah, the battery died on it, like coming out of New Haven, so I didn't even get to see traffic on ADS-B to help me out. But it was cool, you know. So it, you know, didn't need flight following, but could have used it. I like it on those longer flights, like I said. So important thing is just to remain calm. I was actually laughing at the New York approach thing in my head. I don't know if that's nuts or not. Flying a plane at 5,500 and laughing your head off. But, you know, it's cool. Keeps you in good spirits, right? See me? More iced tea coming. It looks like jet pilot Cinnamon is
I may have turned into Mr. Nowhere fast. I'm not sure if I'm following the right road anymore.
Where you at, Kenny? I'll look on the scope for you.
So he seems to be crossing the lake there. And
I have no idea.
Number 114 Whiskey Papa contact Gulfport 127.5, I'll see ya.
127.5, 114 Whiskey Papa, thanks a lot.
Number 516 Delta Foxtrot contact Gulfport approach 127.5, I'll see ya.
Over to Gulfport, 1.7.5, 6 Delta Foxtrot. Have a good one.
Never flown a real life aircraft.
Number 489 Echo Foxtrot contact Gulfport approach 127.5, we'll see ya.
127.5 for 9 Echo Foxtrot, thank you.
Southwest 2 turn.
No, what the hell is that called?
3031
Gulf
on the
Point
dial.
approach.
114 Whiskey Papa.
Sierra, November 516 Delta Foxtrot, worth with you at 4,500.
November 516 Delta Foxtrot, Gulfport approach, the Gulfport altimeter 3031.
3031, 6 Delta Foxtrot.
Gulfport approach, November 489 Echo Foxtrot, 4,500 VFR.
Who's trying to figure out where they are?
Echo Foxtrot, Gulfport approach, the Gulfport altimeter 3031.
Roger, 9 Echo Foxtrot. I do have multiplayer on, so yeah, I leave it on in case people want to fly with me
Just wondering
and not be on
cosine
that
of the
sim.
person
Does that
trying
make
to figure
sense?
out where they are.
So that way you don't have to be in, you could just have a fun flight on multiplayer and not have to be on that sim, so I kind of leave that up.
Yeah, Kenny, you're looking
a lot of people get
west
a little weirded
of where
out
you need to be,
with
I
that
think.
sim thing. However, in the Virtual USA Flying Club, I hope to be holding a
Jesus, I pushed
pseudo clinic.
the
helping
X-Pilot
someone
push
who's
to talk
not
to
a
the
member of the
Discord.
Flying Club, and I did this like months ago. And what we'll do is we'll meet up at a non-towered airport. I usually use Plymouth,
Done that a
Massachusetts,
dozen
where I
times,
fly out of
so.
for real. And we go over like how to talk on the legs and this and that. Eventually, I'll do one on like towered operations.
Bravo Yankee
Probably class
VOR
Delta, because class Charlie,
110.6.
class Bravo aren't much different. It's just that they have departure and stuff like that.
That
But
should get you back on
VFR
course.
flights are typically mostly the same, except that you get everything cleared through departure frequency first, and then when you go to ground. So, but I did.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure if I'm off course or
I
not.
did contact some people in the GA chat channel about that, and I don't know if they got back to me or not. But
You're heading west.
check that out. I'm kind of just doing it. There we go.
So I was following the wrong road, and I've lost visual.
Was it? After 6 p.m. Okay, so yeah. So we got some people that are gonna do it with me tomorrow. Someone wants to do it Saturday morning. So pretty much I couldn't fly today. I was gonna fly for real on the 152 again today, and then the weather's just crap up here in the Northeast again. It's low ceilings and
God, is Melvin in here to hear this?
but I'm thankful that
I don't
the
think on
aviation
Discord,
gods let me have last Saturday. So, and then it's just tough during the week because I have to pick up the kids and stuff like that. So,
I think he's streaming.
but my wife is pretty good about things on that. If I haven't flown in a while, she'll cover for me to pick up the kids. So I owe her a lot. Jet pilot Sidman looks like he's getting down there. Just check in with him. Yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah, this looks like an airport right out in front of us here, or at least it should be.
He's going right along the coast here. I think this is
doink doink. Actually, have to come a little bit this way, I think. Oh, there's the airport.
Hey, you know
it
what?
is
I'm
right
not
on the
down
lakefront,
your neck
so
that
I'm kind
bad.
of getting all screwy here.
I have
so what
some
I'm going to do
distance
is I'm going
here.
to
I
take
can
the
prove
autopilot
it.
off, and we're going to do it by hand since I'm kind of getting myself
See,
screwed
I
up
got
here a
some
little bit.
distance.
I need to come more this way and enter on the 45.
I spaced out. They didn't let me leave right away.
Hello.
Anyway, so. But looks like we have some
wind
other
is starting to
traffic
pick up
coming
and
here
kick
too,
in here a
so,
little bit. Get some nose down
It's
trim.
nice to see you guys doing an airlines flight over there. And Gulfport to New Orleans there.
Not my best work coming in here to this approach because that
Wow.
wind really pushed me a lot further to the
Maneuvering in
south
this is
than I was
138,
expecting.
but I'm going about
So I'm kind of
150-ish.
correcting here to get more
Ground
on a
speed of
45.
196 knots. I didn't want to be in the 172. I wanted to kind of
We're at our 1,000 feet.
not spend as much time flying.
Lakefront Tower number
so
43 Delta Romeo is inbound 8 miles.
Mike, you got to be getting
So what I'm
close.
going to do is we're going to call this the 45 here.
it's
Put it right
Delta
down.
Romeo, Lakefront Tower, good evening.
Not quite
You're on the 45.
best work. But if you want to start getting landing rate guesses in, now would be the time,
right
chat.
down.
Get your landing rate guesses in
Roger, we'll enter on the 45 to the right
for
down.
my landing.
runway
Jet
3.
pilot. One and
Just get it in there. So I'm enjoying the flight. I mean, there's not a lot of cities or stuff to look at on the way down. There's not much little areas with some houses and some towns and cities here. I remember driving down to New Orleans when you get to Mississippi, and there's a lot of swamp area options you get in New Orleans. You clearly see the difference going down. Better like this tail. However, just said my ground speed went to 141 on Fly Live, which I don't think is real, honestly. I think that's miscalculating it. So, because the simulator on this thing is saying 200 knots, but yet it says 141 above. I don't get it. That might be a little messed up. But that gold bar kind of tells you where we are in the middle of our flight here. Have about 20% or so left. Yeah, we're 76% done on Fly Live. I get that information from here, which then puts it on the top bar of our stream. So that's where that's all coming from. I also used to keep a view on my frame rate. So I think everyone's just fast tonight in general. I mean, you know, could use some spacing still, but. Some people out there on multiplayer. again, I've been experimenting with X-Plane off the stream. That's why I haven't streamed in a while. And I burnt off over the Northeast United States. Ran into a little issue with Chesapeake Bay or somewhere around there. The data wasn't, the terrain mesh data was all messed up. And I don't know how to fix that. It's like one square of the ortho. So at least I have it from the Northeast. And boy, does that take up a lot of data if you want like maximum detail. That's all I gotta say. So I'm thinking about buying a 12 terabyte hard drive, replacing the 8 terabyte hard drive that died. So again, if I use it for my YouTube videos, it's tax deductible. So I can put ortho on there too. I could also back up my videos on the device, which is always a good thing to do. So, but I'm gonna have to get used to this low wing design here when I fly the Piper Warrior in May, hopefully. Talked to my instructor when I saw him the other day. I was like, yeah, I got signed up in May to do some flights in the Piper. I want to be able to rent that next. So, with that.
November 516, Delta Foxtrot. Traffic 11 o'clock, 3 miles, same direction. Beechcraft 4,600.
6 Delta Foxtrot, we have the traffic. I'll move a little over to the right, give more spacing.
There you go. So you get more spacing, right?
06 Delta Foxtrot, Roger, maintain VFR.
I think they're talking about you.
Maintain VFR.
They are talking about you. Yeah, you're ahead of them a little bit, I think. Right? Yeah, you're a little bit ahead of them right now, according to Fantastic. So. Jet pilot Cinnamon has landed on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. So. First one to
November 114 Whiskey Papa, contact New Orleans approach 133.15. Good day.
Let's approach 2 as we get closer.
Over to approach 133.15. 114 Whiskey Papa.
November 516 Delta Foxtrot, contact New Orleans approach 133.15. Good day.
But here we are coming in.
Over to New Orleans approach 133.15.
Fourth person overall to land, and we have tons of Virtual USA Flying Club members coming out of Tuscaloosa. Alabama, all of us right here. We got some Southwest flights going on, but we're all making our way down. Someone was brave enough to fly the 152 tonight. That would take a long time, so I wasn't as ambitious as that. But it is what it is. And I haven't flown the Cirrus in a while, just in the sim in general. Got to work on that Diamond 40 again. The Diamond, the DB20, which is also known as the DA20, built in Canada, I believe. I've been flying that, but it's a daytime-only aircraft, which I was kind of bummed about after I made the checklist, because I was checking out the VOH and studying it. It's like, dude, why doesn't this have any like panel lighting or anything like that? It's because it's for daytime VFR operations only. So makes you wonder why they didn't just call it a light sport, but it's not, because you can hold 2 passengers in it, but it's over the weight limit for a sport. So it's supposed to be like a 152, but the Diamond version, if you ask me. And it's only daytime only, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. Because I think you'd rather just go with the 152, so that you can fly that thing at night. And that's just me. I mean, because if you're going for a VFR, if you're going for a private pilot, you have to do some night training anyway. So it didn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't you make that flyable during the night? I don't know. It's like an expensive light sport. But again, they're all expensive, because pilots that can't meet their medical basically flying like a sport pilot, and that's daytime only. And as long as they're healthy enough, if they had a valid medical license in the last 10 years, and it's just expired, you could fly as a sport pilot, and it's up to you to make sure that you're good enough to go. As long as you have a driver's license, you can make your private pilot certificate and be a sport pilot, basically. So when I'm like 65, can't cut it anymore. That's what I'm doing. As long as I'm healthy enough, so. Well.
Gulfport approach. Good evening, November 7 Lima X-ray southbound VFR at 3000.
November 7 Lima X-ray Gulfport approach. The Gulfport altimeter 3031.
They do that
3031 for November 7 Lima X-ray.
Boston saying, "Oh, do you want to send to the Bravo?" When I went down
Gulfport approach, Baron Charlie Golf Lima X-ray 4500.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, Gulfport approach, the Gulfport altimeter 3031.
Altimeter 3031, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray.
Anybody got an idea what runway we're going to be taking at Lakefront?
Plan on 36 right.
36 right. Okay.
The short guy.
Okay, that's going to be right traffic?
Yep, I got right down for 36 right coming off of the highway there, coming off the shore.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
I figured it'd be one of the 36s.
Thanks for letting me know. I didn't even bother to check for the right downwind.
So, it's a little update on where we are. We are right outside area. We should be going over to New Orleans approach pretty soon. Just a little bit. We're still at Gulfport. We're right on the board, though, so I'm anticipating at any second. And, yeah, this would be the swampy area coming down here. Lake Pontchartrain, distance, I believe. Yep. So, across that, and it's literally over the other side, so. But I also have to study my speeds here, so let's do that. Let's go to the checklist. I am Dave, the Cirrus. For landing seatbelt, fuel rich, yeah. Fuel pump boost. Flaps is required landing light. Normal landing, full flaps. 25% power, 85 knots on final. Okay. So we'll keep it around 120-ish on downwind. Slow down on the base. And then be 85. So, yeah. See 75% or less for best power. But we're booking up the speed tonight, so. Alright, is someone contacting me? Nope. It's just saying the model matching's not working. I tried this new model matching tonight. This is all I'm getting right now. So, yeah. I don't know. Something's corrupt. They just say something's corrupt. But lots of red on the model matching. If anyone has a solution to model matching on vPilot with Microsoft Flight Simulator, let me know. Because I tried downloading the Livery Mega Pack 12 and then trying this person's VMF file. And,
Number 790932, New Orleans can't take your hand off. Your radar service is terminated. You can try contacting him in about 10 or 15 miles or so and see if he can try to pick you up there. Otherwise, I would just say remain on advisory until Lakefront. Good day.
All right, thanks for the service tonight. Brings change. Through. Have a good evening.
Lake Pontchartrain in the distance.
Number 489er Echo Foxtrot, contact New Orleans approach 133.15. Good day.
133.15 for 9 Echo Foxtrot. Thanks. New Orleans approach, November 489 Echo Foxtrot, 4,500 VFR.
Number 489er Echo Foxtrot, New Orleans approach, hello, the Lakefront altimeter is 3033, your clearance is New Orleans past Bravo.
Roger, clear through the Bravo, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
Number 114 Whiskey Papa, enter a left down for
quick on that. You
right
weren't kidding me,
runway
Vincent.
36 right.
Right into it.
Alright, we'll enter right downwind for 36 right, 114 Whiskey Papa.
You'd have to request that. Oh, no, that's not true. You wouldn't, because in real life they probably clear you through it knowing where you're going. I mean, if you have flight fog, they kind of have everything planned out for you, you know. So. And, again, that's not a bad thing to do. I mean, I just got to avoid the Bravo altogether. But if you must know, we're right on the edge of the Bravo. We're just going to start. We should probably start descending. So let's do that. Let's take this thing off autopilot. Kick back on the throttle a little bit. Start descending down. That's not fast. Usually it's like 25.
November 114 Whiskey Papa, contact the tower now, 119.9er.
Alright, over to tower 119.9er, 114 Whiskey Papa. Thanks a lot.
And that's what they should do as we get closer. So we're making our descent down.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seat belt is securely fastened, and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft.
This is Stream
Thank
Elements
you.
overlays. So you make an account with Stream Elements, and then pretty much you have to know a little bit about JavaScript, and you can make audio with animated GIFs or pictures, and then you make commands, you know, through the JavaScript for your chat, and it does anything you want, basically. You just can get really creative with it. Like, for example, I got all self-created by me here. Oh, the moving map, this is Avare. A-V-A-R-E. I use it in the real world, too. And it's free for Android. So, I'm not an Apple person. I know everyone's like, oh, you want to get an iPad, this and that. But that is not me. I'm not an Apple person. The school I worked for, they actually got us iPad 2s back in the day, and I hardly used that thing. I mean, I knew how to use it. It was just not a big fan of it. So I'm trying to trim down here. Let's go.
Well, good news is I managed to find the river, so I should be able to link up from there.
516 Delta Foxtrot, the Lakeland Airport is at your 12 o'clock, 15 miles.
We have the field, 6 Delta Foxtrot.
6 Delta Foxtrot to your left, correction, right downwind for runway 36 right, contact tower 119.9.
Right downwind for 36 right, and we'll go over the towers. 6 Delta Foxtrot.
Okay, this is it. We're crossing the lake, and it's literally on the other side. So he should pass me off the tower.
PKN VOR is just a bit to the northwest of the interstate. You might want to head to that.
And we're going to be under the Bravo. Probably the whole time, but he cleared me through the Bravo just in case. So, trimming down. Keep this descent. We're going to do full rich on the mixture here as we get to 3,000.
Number 489er Echo Foxtrot, there's traffic at your 9 to 10 o'clock and about 7 miles. He is currently heading southwestbound at 1,200.
Traffic in sight, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
9 Echo Foxtrot, follow that traffic, enter a left, or correction, right downwind for runway 36 right.
All right, following traffic and right downwind for, that was 34 right, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
36 right, 30.
Correction, 36 right, 9 Echo Foxtrot. Following traffic. See, I look away and I get lost. Now, where the hell did he go? He's probably behind this thing.
New Orleans approach, helicopter 79932.
All right. Well, I know where I'm going.
Helicopter 799er32, go ahead.
Over the industrial canal, 1,300, a full stop at International.
Altitude would be about 1,000, which makes sense. It's New Orleans. Keep an eye on those nav lights there. That's what we're going to follow. So.
Roger, November 799er 32, standby 1.
If Microsoft Flight Simulator traffic gets in front of me, we're just going to pretend it's not there again. I do that for people who fly with me if they don't want to do it off of AdSim, so sometimes people join me.
Helicopter 999er32, squawk 2334.
2334, 932.
Keep an eye on that. This is like real life. You have to really look for those lights there. You're seeing the white light because he's going in front of me, so that would be his rear nav light there. That's, they make you learn that in private pilot. Check, right? This and that for the written, I mean. Excuse me. Alright, keep an eye on that light. It's going to the right more. New Orleans should be out there in the distance. Actually, it is. But,
Helicopter 999er32, radar contact about 20 miles to the east of the New Orleans International Airport at 1,500.
So
You're clear to the New Orleans class Bravo airspace and maintain VFR at or
that are helping us with
above
ATC.
1,500.
20 as a count. Nice to be
Clear to enter the Bravo at or above 1,500, helicopter 932.
so hard.
Yeah, we average about 15 to 20, I think, is our safe average estimate. So.
Basically heading on like a 45, almost 36 right, so. We are loading some scenery here, so that's why we're having dipping the frames.
How far are you out, Whiskey Papa? On your final.
How it fixes.
Number 489er Echo Foxtrot, contact the tower now, 119.9er.
Starting to enter in the right downwind.
Departure, good evening, Southwest 433, crossing 3.44.
Lakefront Tower, November 489 Echo Foxtrot, 8 miles to the northeast.
Number 489 Echo Foxtrot, Lakefront Tower, good evening. Enter a right downwind, runway 36 right, and report on the right downwind.
Right downwind, runway 36 right, and we'll report. Echo Foxtrot.
Lakefront traffic, November 516 Delta Foxtrot. Entering right downwind, 36 right.
Number 516 Delta Foxtrot, Lakefront Tower, good evening. Report on the right downwind, runway 36 right.
Okay, we're on the right downwind. Turning now.
Number 516 Delta Foxtrot. Roger, runway 36 right, clear to land. Number 2, following traffic over the numbers, wind 010 at 20, gust 24.
Okay, number 2, clear to land. 6 Delta Foxtrot.
It's alright, we'll get there. Got someone doing some funky flying out there on flight simulators. That's a Whirlwind flight, I think, right there. 123 through Juliet. I would check that up if I had time.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Papa, right turn when able, ground 121.7. Welcome to Lakefront.
All right, well, right when able and over to ground 0.7, 114 Whiskey Papa. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Got the canals there and everything. Pretty cool. Try to keep this at 1,000. Just slightly. Really bumpy here, so gotta watch that as well. Excuse me. I get nervous when I get nervous. I cough. Not really. But, I gotta get in there a little bit more. Go this way a little bit. So I want to do a left turn. So I'm doing right turns in the right pattern. 36 right. This is the airport right here. And after report or right, midfield down. That's what we're going to do. So. Pretty nice scenery though, huh? It looks good. I think I got some custom scenery out there for a couple of buildings in New Orleans as well. I can't remember what I did though. Alright, we got to right now in. Right, midfield downwind, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
9 Echo Foxtrot, runway 36 right. Continue your downwind. I have to call your base for traffic on a extended final.
Continue downwind and you'll call my base, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
And 9 Echo Foxtrot, there's a Cirrus on about a 2 miles final. Do you have it in sight?
Negative, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
9 Echo Foxtrot, roger. Continue downwind and I will call your base turn.
Roger, you call my base, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
6 Delta Foxtrot, 1 mile final. 36 right.
6 Delta Foxtrot, runway 36 right, clear to land, wind 010 at 20, gust 24.
Clear to land, 6 Delta Foxtrot.
Sorry, the frame rate sucks. But, it is what it is. Waiting for him to call my base. I wonder if I can see that traffic now. Probably not. But we're a good distance.
Remember, 9 Echo Foxtrot, you can make your base turn now. And runway 36 right, clear to land number 2, following traffic over the numbers, wind 010 at 20, gust 24.
Turning base and cleared for landing 36 right for 9 Echo Foxtrot number 2.
Number 516 Delta Foxtrot, welcome to Lakefront Airport. Right turn when able, ground point 7. Have a good night.
Okay, right when able. We'll advise when we're clear. 6 Delta Foxtrot.
Yeah, 6 Delta Foxtrot, just contact the ground controller on 121.7 when you're clear.
121.7, 6 Delta Foxtrot.
Gotta level up here, so play some flaps. There we go, 50% flaps. Check where we are, probably a quick turn. It is. These frames aren't helping me. I mean, it's not like before. Maybe it is a little bit, actually. No, it's not like before. It's a little bit better. Before it was terrible. You could hardly
And Cirrus 9 Echo Foxtrot, it looks like you flew through the finals. Did you prefer the left runway?
Negative on that. I'm just turning final. We're going to be fine for the right.
Okay, just checking. I couldn't tell from here. Clear to land, runway 36 right.
Clear to land, 36 right, 9 Echo Foxtrot. I kind of did, but we can work on it still. Okay. Back on the throttle. It's these frames, they're not helping me either. Alright, full flaps. God, my flaps didn't go down at all. Jesus. Alright, we'll make this happen. Boy, this is not making me feel good, these frames. And yeah, it's just gonna have to happen. Obviously,
coming in too hot.
Better. Oh, God. Really?
Watch for that cross road. Level it out.
Should be about 85s.
Let the dip your left wing.
I just wish it didn't crap up.
Keep your eyes on the car.
It's not even close. They can still have it. So I guess we'll have to
watch your start speed.
right ahead of us. Excuse me. There was an event today, yep. But don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you didn't make it. Got some nice winds out here too. Did you see this? That's bouncing us up and down right there. Okay, we're right about at approach speed. We're looking pretty good. Should be about 85 knots in the Cirrus. And yeah, I think we're gonna have to go high settings whenever we stream from now on. But again, at least it's flyable somewhat compared to what it was before they released that little fix there. So, okay, put a little extra speed in here. Fly it right down to 36 right here. All right. Wind feels like it's coming off our left, if I'm guessing here. And throttle's been out, so let's just hope it settles down. It could have been better with the flare. I was a little shallow on that. Come on. Okay, we'll go to the next one. I think we're gonna make that. Go down to kilo. Which is not Delta.
Cirrus 9er Echo Foxtrot, welcome to Lakefront. Right turn when able, ground point 7. Have a good night.
We'll be proud. Where I reached the shore, I came out where that interstate or whatever crosses the bay.
All right, well, welcome to Lakefront Airport here in New Orleans.
Nice job, buddy.
And then we're going to turn over to ground here on 119.9.
It's really my own stupid fault because I know that the roads aren't always accurate, so I should have planned on just heading towards the different airports, even though I'm in slant uniform. That would have been better.
All right, we have cleared the runway, so we're good. Flaps going up.
Hey, you're doing good, man.
Lakefront Tower, good evening. November 7 Lima X-ray is 12 to the northeast with information Charlie.
Lakefront ground, November 489 Echo Foxtrot. We're on Charlie, requesting taxi back to general use parking.
November 489 Echo Foxtrot, Lakefront ground, taxi to parking via Charlie Foxtrot cross runway 9er.
Charlie Foxtrot cross runway 9er for 9er Foxtrot. Okay, so I'll give you a little look at that as soon as this thing wants to move. Let's go. Oh boy, where's that window? Here it is. There you go, this airport diagram. We're going down Charlie. All the way down, we're going to take a right on the Foxtrot. We're crossing runway 9er as we get to Charlie into Foxtrot. And then we'll park right outside the FBO. Just that little box on the southern part of the airport there. So. But that is lakefront, and the frames are still suffering. So the only thing I can think of, at least it's flyable. I have to give it that, but it's the add-on scenery or something. Just loading here, maybe caching. I don't know. So I didn't expect great frame rates because it is a city, but it's flyable. So and again, we'll take the drone out. Let me just go park this thing. Give a little tour. Hopefully it doesn't say I wrecked my landing gear, because it still does that sometimes if I fly the drone out very far out. So that is a bug as well. Okay, throttle's out. I'm just coasting. I'm just coasting. Also, flip to the right fuel tank. Why not? Okie dokie. Here's runway 9er. Now in the real world, we look both ways still, because we don't trust anybody. So clear on that side. So easy to see though, clear on that side. Let's go cross. Don't ever trust anyone. You are the pilot in command. You are in control of the aircraft. Even if they are air traffic control and they cleared you through it, always look. We'll take our right turn on the Foxtrot here. Should come across the runway. There we go, we're on Foxtrot. And we'll park outside the FBO, which is right where that fuel truck is, or about that. So it should be on the left hand. This building right here would be the FBO. So slow down, head to the left, park over here. Get our checklist out, ready to shut this thing down. Okay, flaps up, power level 1000, stand by the transponder. I always keep this transponder on until I park. Pitot heat off and fuel pump off. Just fine as switched fuel tanks. We'll park right here in front of the FBO. I don't know if this is the way the aircraft usually parks here, but we'll go with it, you know? Again, welcome to
Lakefront ground, citation 316 Whiskey Alpha. I'd like to pick up my IFR to Houston Hobby. Number 316 Whiskey Alpha, Lakefront ground, remain clear to Houston Hobby Airport via radar vector KC, then at file. Maintain 4000. Expect level 28.
Full cutoff. It's gonna give me that ridiculous screen. There you go. Okay, an hour and 21 minutes tonight. Waiting for that. Magneto is off. And that didn't work because it's still registering something. No, 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 don't start. No. Bad. Alright, there we go. Magnetos are off. Battery alternate master switches are going off. Then probably should turn all the lights off except for the strobe before we get that, but that's cool. And then ELT transmit light out. There's gotta be a light that says transmit ELT, which I didn't see that switch anywhere. So if anyone flies to Cirrus, let me know where the ELT switch would be, because I didn't see one. And there we go. Alright. Welcome to Lakefront. For some reason my sim crashes, and since I cracked my landing, we'll just start up here again, I guess. Well, let's go check this place out, shall we? Let's look at the airport first. Lakefront, right here, that is the runway we landed at, 36 right there. So my drone's probably in the right path. Downtown New Orleans out there. That's Lake Pontchartrain. That's actually a pretty cool thing. If you ever drive to New Orleans, you actually have this big long bridge that you can take right across Lake Pontchartrain. It's like 20-something miles of just driving over the water on a bridge. Look, this is Lakefront right here. We're parked right outside the FBO over there. And yeah, we're gonna check out Big Easy. So let's turn the speed on this drone. From what I remember, this looks very much like New Orleans. So Microsoft did this pretty well. Ooh, I forgot my tilt controls, but now I found them. Cool. Alright, I should probably also turn off the checklist. That might help you, right? There you go. Get a full view. Full view of New Orleans. And seems like there's a golf course over here, so that's pretty cool. That looks maybe to be like a college or a school. Let's go downtown. All the action happens. The Mississippi River. Right in front of us. A little faster. Drone here. Again, it might give me an error saying I cracked my landing gear, but it is parked with the engine off and the parking brake on, so I would rather chalk it myself because hydraulics, I don't like using parking brakes unless I really had to, which I've never had to in real life, honestly. Actually, I have some tie downs that I always carry with me as well in case I forget to take the chalks from the flight school. So oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to go high settings from now on. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but I will reconnect. Give me a second.